Now, is running a country with 50 million people as the population this complicated? This is Africa, this is Kenya. We have our president as President William Samoei Arap Ruto, who has 20 advisors, 22 cabinet secretaries, 51 principal secretaries, among other advisors who are not listed in this list, or other who are not mentioned, or other who are not official, but of course we know they are there. This is Kenya, this is Africa, this is the list of the advisors of President William Samoei Arap Ruto. At number 1 we have Musalia Mudavadi, who is the prime cabinet secretary, but also advises the president on international relations and foreign affairs. At number 2 we have Ken Tarus, who advises the president on matters concerning accounting and finance. At number 3 we have Monica Juma, who advises the president on matters on national security. At number 4 we have Honorable Charles Keter, who advises the president on matters Lake region. At number 5 we have Harriet Chegai, who advises the president on matters concerning gender. At number 6 we have Kennedy Ogeto, who advises the president on matters concerning law. At number 7 we have Dr. Augustine Cheriot, who advises the president or who serves as the head of Economic Transformation Secretariat. At number 8 we have David D, who is the senior advisor and chairman of Economic Council of Advisors. At number 9 we have Moses Kuria, who is the economic advisor of the president. At number 10, who is recently appointed, we have Professor Makau Mutua, who is the senior constitutional affairs advisor. At number 11 we have Abdi Gurie, who is a professor by the way, who advises the president on animal production. At number 12 we have Dr. Dominic Menjo, who is the food security and animal production advisor. At number 13 we have Nancy Raiboni, who is a doctor by the way, who advises the president on agricultural economic matters. At number 14 we have Henry Kenyua, who is the crop and value chain advisor to the president. At number 15 we have Stephen Otieno, who is the advisor to the president on matters cooperatives. At number 16 we have Jaoko Oburu Odinga, who is the special advisor on economic empowerment and sustainable livelihoods. At number 17 we have Professor Edward Kisiangani, who is the economic history advisor to the president. At number 18 we have Mohammed Hassan, who is an economic advisor to the president. At number 19 we have Attorney General, who is also an advisor to the president on principal legal matters. At number 20, who we can also put there, is the NIS director, who is Nurjin Haji, who advises the president on national security and intelligence matter. To add on to this, President Ruto also has 22 cabinet secretaries who report to him directly and 51 principal secretaries who also report to him directly. My question is, so in total we have around 93 people who advises the president, but however the question is, what is the country headed? Why is the country headed in the wrong direction if all these people, almost 100 of them, advises the president? Do we have people who advises the president, or does the president advises the 93 of them? And we already know it's not 93 because there are other people who are not listed, by the way, because you cannot list everyone. There are people who you ask about other things which cannot be said in the media. So we have around 100 people who advises the president, but the country is not going forward. Kenyan citizens can't get the quality services with all these advisors? Or does the president advise his advisors? This is Story Mtaani. Please subscribe, like and share. I'm coming back with more stories on how our Kenyan government is run, also on breaking news, so stay tuned.